Welcome guys, this is Edwin, and today we're going to be talking about the Apache by Emerson Knife, or Apache. And this is a Signature Series model. What that means is that every year Emerson Knife will start releasing these limited series models that usually once they sold out, that's it. Okay, and in this case, this is from 2015 Signature Series, and that also includes the signature of Ernest Emerson in the blade. And you can go to the Emerson website and look for all the Signature Series that have been released. You know, we have the Hayden, the Quake, and the Appalachian, you know, tons and tons of models, Barracuda, Counter-Strike Rendition. So Emerson, tons of design that they just released, you know, 60 or 100 or so, and that's it. And I should say, the Apache is one of those knives that, for those that like Emerson Bowie folders, is highly sought. You know, people look for it, and it's usually never found in the secondary market. So definitely, I'm very lucky to have this model with me, and let's talk about it. First, in terms of inspiration, it looks like Emerson got inspired by the whole Indian-American War. And one of the things that it says on the description of this knife is that one of the latest warriors in the Apache tribes, or one of the latest leaders in the Apache tribes warriors, was known as Geronimo. Okay, and when he was captured, he was carrying a Winchester rifle, a Colt pistol, and a Bowie knife. And that Bowie knife was one of his last prized possession that he was very, very, very attached to it. And it was a Sheffield Bowie knife, if I remember correctly from the description. So a lot of the inspiration from that era on this knife and that Bowie style. If we compare it, let's compare with our classic CQC7, of course. And this is a big knife, you know, this is a big knife, and I'm really lately into that. So I love it. This is a 3.7 inch blade. That's awesome. And overall 8.8 inches. Everybody should carry something like this minimum. Okay, so big knife, 3.7 inches, 8.8 overall. If we're talking here, let's compare with the Spyderco Tenacious right there, so you can see. Bigger than the Tenacious, of course, we know that. And let's compare with the Buck 110. And I do have some buoys, not all the buoys from Emerson's, just some. And this is how it compares with the Buck 110. Now, before I compare with the other buoys, before we go through that, let's look at this blade. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. I love Emerson buoys, and the Apache does not disappoint. You know, you have that beautiful switch right there. Look at that. Great, great grinds. You can see logo Apache, serial number 25. And this has a V grind. So it means that it's ground on this side as well. Look at that, man. I love that switch right there. Very, very nice. And it's a Signature Series, so you can see the Ernest Emerson signature and also Mark 2015. So that's great right there. And in terms of ergonomics, this has the same handle, I think, of the CQC10. And you have this very nice finger guard right here, okay, that then it goes into this ergonomic heaven of handle that is really, really nice. Okay, like most Emersons, you know, your G10 construction, see-through construction with those standoffs. You have your wave feature and your jimping right there, and that jimping and that guard help you, you know, get yourself in position right away. Just by tactile, you will feel you're right in business, okay? The handle feels great in the hand. You know, you just there and it just melts right there. It gives you this very aggressive handle, like obviously it's a fighter style of knife. So it gives you this very aggressive forward style of handle that I love, okay? And again, it's a Bowie style of knife, you know. Excellent, excellent. I really love that finger guard, how it feels, okay? It feels excellent. You don't have any guard on this side. So if you have big hands, you'll be okay. Okay, it's a, you know, it's a big knife, but if you really have big hands, you won't have any trouble with this handle. It will work beautifully. Okay, beautifully. Now, let's compare this model with other Bowie styles that we have in the lineup. This is the Sheepdog by Emerson Knives with the Bowie style of blade. So the Apache is a little bit bigger, like you can see, and that's how it compares. Don't ask me what I prefer, because come on, I like all of them. Don't ask me that, dude. So here we go. That's how it compares. Okay, let's see how it compares with the Appalachian that got released in production. This was a signature series, and then it got released in production last year. So the Appalachian definitely have a more aggressive upsweat, and it's thinner in the handles. The Apache is not, you know, it's moving more forward. It's like those lines are aggressively moving forward. The Appalachian has that upsweat that gives you more curvature here in that belly. Okay, and you see the Appalachian is thinner overall style of knife. Now let's look at this Inspire bayonet from the AK-47, right? The CQC 12. But just so you compare size right there with the classic CQC 12, we have a video on it. Okay, that's how it compares. And of course, guys, of course, the classic CQC 16, right? One of the original hunter's knives, right? It has, you know, this crazy swipe right there that we all love, and the commander handle. Okay, and last but not least, please, not least, the classic that we all love, the CQC 13, right? And we know the CQC 13 is the classic Bowie style knife from Emerson. Okay, and they're both very similar in size, I should say. The 13, I think these handles, you know, they're not as thin in this area, right? So I think the handles here are a little more thick, wide in that area I'm talking about. But you know, beautiful, beautiful. And again, that upsweat is a little bit more aggressive in the 13, I think. If we look at that, okay, and you know, beautiful tip profile in both. Both are excellent, in my humble opinion. And again, that's the Apache knife. If you guys have any question, hey, feel free to contact me on Instagram, YouTube comment, Facebook groups, okay, or USN forums. We're always there talking about knife, having a great time. And hey, you guys have there a great, great day. Bye.